The Los Angeles Lakers are having an amazing bounce-back season, but one thing remains undecided. Is this team going to be the team that wins it all? The team that takes everything at the NBA Finals? The Lakers currently have the talent to do it, but help never hurts. We've seen teams time and time again feel like they were one or maybe two pieces short. We've seen historic runs and performances go to waste. And it doesn't end there. Sometimes all it takes is the wrong bounce, the wrong shot, the wrong pass, and we're looking at a completely different series. I can't tell you guys how many good to great teams I've simply seen not be good enough, or simply not get that bounce. But of course, that's why we love this game. We love the passion, we love the emotion, we love the variability, legacies being made, and legends being born. When you look at the NBA this season, it's stacked. Teams are good. The Milwaukee Bucks, 40 wins, 6 losses, 87 win percentage. Top 2 offense, top 1 defense. How is their offense number 2, even though they generate the most open shots in the league at a frequency of 28%? Yeah, Giannis is kind of that good, and their offense is somewhat unstoppable. But the answer is that Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks are producing a historic offense out in Dallas. And these guys are currently the 5 seed. But of course, the Lakers are no slouch either. Top 5 offense and a top 5 defense to match. When you look at how fast this roster was assembled and the turnover from last season, it's ridiculous to think that this team is this good already. Anthony Davis and LeBron set out a goal, and they went out and got it. But they're not done. Not yet, at least. This video, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and all of the trade news that has been surrounding them. But before we go any further, guys, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Getlikecoop video. And that's facts. I'm trying to get to 200,000 subscribers so I can go full time and bring you guys daily content. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Since I haven't gotten to talk about it yet, I will be bringing you guys a Kobe Bryant tribute video, and I'll talk more about the whole situation on that video. So last video, I told you guys the first question in the comments gets responded to and answered in this video. We will be doing this for every video going forward. Splashes Clay asked us, who would you rather build a team around, Magic Johnson or Stephen Curry? Now, initially, this is a very tough question because you have Curry, who's perfect for the style of basketball that's being played right now. But then on the other hand, you have Magic Johnson, one of the best passers of all time, one of the best all-around players of all time, at least in my opinion. Magic Johnson could elevate a team on a level that I really don't know that I'll ever see again. I think Magic Johnson was that good, and of course, this is my opinion. These are going to be some controversial topics, so don't try to be too hard on me for my responses. I think Magic Johnson at this stage is like a super-powered Ben Simmons, and I think Simmons doesn't get enough credit for how great of a player he is. I think Simmons is so good for the 76ers, and people don't see that. So I'm going to take Magic Johnson over Stephen Curry. He can guard too many positions, literally 1 through 5, can impact the game in so many different ways. I'm taking Magic Johnson, but I'll be interested to know who you guys decide. With that being said, guys, be sure to follow my IG handle, Getlikecoop. You will not want to miss another post. So the Los Angeles Lakers have been all over the trade market so far. I know a lot of people's motto is if it's not broke, don't fix it, but I don't really like that motto because the truth is you always want to remain ahead of the game. And of course, I think that's what a lot of the best coaches and the best GMs do. They're not content with having a good or a great roster. We even saw Golden State, who basically laid the blueprint for today's NBA. Try to become better year after year after year. It's like they wanted to outdo themselves, and that's the mindset that you have to stay on top. So I have to commend the Lakers for their activity, and I have to commend Frank Vogel for the job he's done managing the superstars of Anthony Davis and LeBron James and the entire roster. Again, the Lakers had such a massive roster overhaul, things could have easily went south. top 5 offense and top 5 defense is nothing to take for granted. With that being said, I think the Lakers would be wise to look for a point guard to take some of the pressure off of LeBron James. In my 5 trades video, you guys saw me suggest Spencer Dinwiddie to the Los Angeles Lakers. I think he would be a fantastic get, but I'm not entirely sure he's in the Lakers' price range. One player the Lakers have been looking at heavily is Derrick Rose. A report dropped that said the Clippers have checked in on Rose, but it was more of a common exploratory talk. The Lakers and the Sixers are in search of point guard assistance for the stretch run. Now, this is where things get interesting because there's somewhat of conflicting reports surrounding the Lakers' interest in Derrick Rose. I, for one, would like to establish this right now. Again, I think Rose to the Lakers is a very good fit. You get a third scorer who is capable of having massive games, not only having these massive games, but they also show consistency, which I think is what the Lakers need more than anything right now, is a consistent option that can put the ball in the basket. Now, Rose also can take over the playmaking load. I'm not saying the entire thing, but he can take over in stretches and be that guy. And of course, I say that because LeBron James is without a doubt going to be the Lakers' primary playmaker for the majority of the season. LeBron is that good. He's having his best year passing the ball, and it's honestly magical to watch. But again, with LeBron not being somebody that believes in load management, you have to find the middle ground, and you have to find that next playmaker. Now, LeBron was asked if the Lakers need another piece. He said no, which I think is the right answer. This is night and day from when he was with Cleveland a few years ago, and he said, I need a effing playmaker bad. Now, unfortunately for the Lakers, the report on Rose is that he's happy with the Pistons and he's not looking to be traded. But the decision is beyond his control. He has one more year on his contract at $7.6 million. With Blake Griffin out for the foreseeable future, the Pistons would be well served playing for draft status or trying to acquire assets for the long term to pair with their young and up-and-coming small forward. Let's be honest, Derrick Rose deserves to play for a winner. Now, this is where things get confusing, and I mean really confusing when I say that. The rumor is, and I stress rumor, this rumor says that the Lakers refuse to trade Alex Caruso and other assets for Derrick Rose. According to ESPN's Sedano, they turned down an offer involving Derrick Rose for Alex Caruso and others. Now, others is pretty vague, so it's impossible to know what the offer was. He said, I've heard rumblings that the Lakers said no to that. Nothing confirmed. I've heard through hushed tones and whispers. Now, immediately, it wouldn't make sense for the Lakers to say no to this because I think Derrick Rose would be that good of a get. And again, regardless of what Derrick Rose is shooting from the three-point line this season, I think it would be safe to say if he played for the Lakers, he would see an increase in open shots, and perhaps his three-point percentage would raise to what it was at one time when he was playing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. At one point with the Timberwolves, he was shooting over 40% from the three-point line, and he looked very good shooting those shots. He was taking those shots in confidence. Now, there is one more thing. Not only do the Lakers need a point guard, but they need a big-time defender. We saw the Lakers struggling with Ben Simmons, an Embiid-less Ben Simmons Philadelphia 76ers team. They need a player they could put on these big wing-type players. And I know Ben Simmons plays point guard, but he still fits the mold of one of those big wing-type players. They need a guy that could go out and lock down the Kawhi Leonards, the Paul Georges, the Luka Doncic's of the league. They need that guy. And this is where the Memphis Grizzlies come into play. They have recently said they are not buying out Andre Iguodala, period. But there has been some speculation that if it does arise and they get to the trade deadline, they may end up just cutting him. This is, of course, just speculation from some fans, and I could see this scenario playing out. But I think the Lakers should make sure they get Iguodala because he is the perfect type of player that they are looking for. Championship experience, big time moment, big time player. Honestly, Iguodala could be the missing piece for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm not saying they're missing pieces at all, because this team is really good already. Another player who is actually perfect and actually flips defensive ratings on his own for entire teams is Robert Covington. Absolute beast, monstrous defender, can guard 1 through 5 essentially. He is the perfect type of player for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And I honestly mean it. I honestly think he would be perfect. But the thing is, to get Covington, you might have to get rid of Kuzma. He's going to come with probably a decent price tag being part of the Jimmy Butler deal. With that being said, let me know who you guys think the Lakers should target. Be sure to click the video on the screen right now, guys. It's me going over scary things I noticed about Zion Williamson's debut. I'm D-Coop. Be sure to subscribe, notice on, and I'm out.